EvilGBareBonesMusic.com. I'm here with Levi from Miss May I. Levi,
what's up, man?
Thanks for taking the time, man. Appreciate it. For reference, we're in Cincinnati, Ohio right now in the Warped Tour, and these guys are from Troy, Ohio.
Yes.
So have you had time to spend with your family, see friends or anything like that since you've been here? I know you guys are crazy busy right now, but
I haven't. Everyone else has been hanging out. I do all the press and signing stuff, so I'm literally I woke up and it's like noon, and I've been running around all day. So I think after this, I might be able to see my mom after this. So hopefully.
So At Heart was released just June.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that record. Reaction to the album and where you guys think you are with that record.
Yeah, well, we're just real excited. It was the best reaction we've had for any new album, and actually anything we've ever released. And it was really scary going into it because we sort of we took a big swing for the fences to be a big metal band and like just to be an actual metal band and get out of the scene that we're doing now, because we've always wanted to be a metal band, but our age, I think, kept us into this scene. And so to go into that world, it's like one of the hardest worlds to get into. So we actually got a whole new team, got a new producer, got new management, like completely like fired, and got a whole new team. And it was awesome. It was on good terms. It was just like, this is what we were trying to do, a metal band thing. So going in with an old school producer, like we worked with Machine, he did Lamb of God, White Zombie, and all them. And to go in with him, and he's like, yeah, we're going to do live amps, live drums, like, you're going to do this with your vocals, and we're just like, this is what, like, we grew up watching, like, As Lay Dying, all their main, like, Kill Switch DVDs, and this is how it was. So going into it, to be like that was just, that whole entire thing was awesome, and our big twisted thing was, the reason we called it At Heart was we weren't trying to be a big scary metal band. We were just, I was trying to write real lyrics that I've been through and I know people can relate to. So that was our little spin on, our Miss May I spin, I guess, on things. And it's, when it came out, it was like a flip of a coin. We were so nervous, like, we're trying to do this old school stuff. There's not anything digital, and for 2012, if you don't have a crazy digital CD, then kids are like, this is crap. So we released it with like hopes that like we could spark back the metal scene, and then it's been the best reaction we've ever had. We've already sold, the amount of records we've sold in the month has been just like, it's been crazy for us. And we're just, and seeing out there, like when we look out in the crowd, and like there was little girls and everything, but to see like middle-aged, like big metal dudes is like, that's what I used to listen to. Like, we're just trying to bring that back, and like to see thousands of metalheads out there, it's just like, that's all we've ever dreamed about. So for it to happen is just crazy.
Well, I guess you already answered my question. I was going to talk a little bit about Machine. What's it like?
It's crazy
going in with a guy like that, and how did he? I mean, how did he help you shift into being a metal band? I mean, a pure metal band. Let's put it that way. I want to say, but changing your direction a little bit.
It was cool. He was trying to not only, because we're not trying to change music, or like we're not going with the times, like not going with what's new. We're just playing what we like to listen to. So for us doing that, he was like, he knew that we needed to find our own sound. So the whole time we were there, he's like trying to find Miss May I isms, is what he called them. Like, this is what makes you guys Miss May I. Like, that's, instead of just being a generic metalcore band, this is what makes you guys not only like a normal like old school metal band, but this makes you Miss May I. So he did that, and then he actually made us better musicians too. Like, we used to go in a studio and just try to be the best we could at recording and being like, this sounds amazing. But he wouldn't, even if you played 100% like perfect lick, or like perfect like vocals or anything, it was all about he wanted the like people to feel on the record. He didn't want data input, he wanted us to perform on the record, and that was like, that blew our minds. We're like, wait, you mean it doesn't have to be perfect, it has to just be feeling? And like, so I would do a track and he's like, you're not even thinking about what you're singing about, and then he's like, think about what you're singing about, and he'd like in my face yelling at me. I'm like, da da da, and then we listen to it and I'm like, oh my god, I can totally tell. So he made us better musicians, because now live, when we go in to play a song, it's like, we're not trying to be the best live band. We're like, this is what we felt when we wrote this song, and we're like, let's do that. And then we play it, and then the crowd's been the best crowd I've ever had. So he actually made us a better band, and like opened our mind to all this stuff. It was just awesome.
Well, being on Warped Tour, considering, I mean, you guys, I mean, you talk about the scene itself. I would say, if you think about Miss May I and kind of where you guys are in with the bands of the times, we're talking Bless the Fall, Pierce the Veil. You guys are all kind of not lumped together, but you guys, you're coming up together as a group, and you're kind of, and Miss May I is, if you're changing to more of a metal sound and going more metal direction, you're kind of breaking off from the back a little bit.
Well, like I guess our big mentality thing for Warped Tour and everything is, we know that we're lumped with all these bands and everything, but we feel like like us as a band, we feel comfortable and like we want to be into the metal world, and we just know there's a big wall of like not bullies, but it's just some of the toughest guys that get in there. Once you're in there, you're good. Like once you're in there with Five Finger Death Punch, All That Remains, all those bands, and you're set for like, yeah, that's a career.
Yeah.
But and our mentality is like doing Warped Tour is like, because we've sold House of Blues out, we've sold Irving Plaza, like we've done everything we could with the scene bands, like with the bands that we're lumped with, and it's been awesome. It's been like the best last 3 years, but oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's been awesome, but like the biggest thing is going into like this metal world. I feel like such a dork, 'cause I'm losing my track of mind. But no, going to this metal world is like there's all this stuff that we've never even been to. There's so many fans that we've never played for and everything. We've done as much as we could. That's what like, and that's what I was saying. Sorry, our mentality is for Warped Tour is like, since we've capped it on, we've sold out the venues that we like, the biggest that we could possibly play as the band that we're in, and all this stuff. And we feel like headlining Warped Tour, like that's the cap. Like if you're in this lump, like once you've headlined the biggest tour in the United States, like as for these kind of bands, like then that's like as big as we can go. So as for us, like filling it up and doing as much as we can, there's a whole new world in the whole metal world that's uncharted for Miss May I. So we're getting ready to go into there, and that's why we're doing it now as opposed to a couple years ago. Because if we did a couple years ago, we would have missed out on headlining Warped Tour. We would have missed out on all this fun stuff. So we feel like we've done the most, and we knew 6 months ago that we were doing Warped Tour and headlining it. So that's what we've had a 6-month head start on. Like, hey, let's work on the metal world. So now, for 2013, it's the craziest year we've had lined up, so we're really excited.
I mean, say the album's only been out a month, so you got a long touring cycle on this one.
Yeah.
So where are you going? What are you doing?
Well, it's we're going to South America the first time with Asking Alexandria. Okay, great. So we're really excited for that. Those guys, they're one band that's went over the metal world. It's been awesome. So I'm excited just to talk to them and see how everything's been going. And we're headlining an AP tour, which we're really excited for. Especially, like I was saying, like for a metal band to just have the opportunity to headline a tour like that is just crazy for them to give us the opportunity and trust us in the headline of tours. It's been awesome. And then after that, we're flying over to Europe, and we're doing a At Heart headliner for Europe and UK. And yeah, it should be really awesome. That's the end of the year. And then February, March, and April, we have some crazy stuff. And then next summer, we have crazy stuff, but that's as much as I can say. I get in trouble.
I only get a little bit of information. They always do this to me when I'm doing
It's going to be good, though. You won't be disappointed, I promise.
So real quickly about the AP tour, a couple of years ago, I guess 2009, I believe it was, the Cool Tour, which was the AP tour, As Lay Dying was headlining.
Yeah.
So talk about where that puts you as far as how you feel like as a band when a band like As Lay Dying headline that tour.
It's
and
crazy.
You are now.
Yeah, those like that band in particular, like that's like our biggest inspirations. It's just that's what we want to be like. We're like 10 years down the road, we want to be like, oh my gosh, Miss May, like we want that household name. Like if you're a metalhead and you're like, yeah, As Lay Dying's playing, doesn't matter if it's in a basement or if it's in an arena, you're like, dude, it's gonna be great. It's like it's As Lay Dying. We just want to be like those household metal bands. So for that band just to do the things that we're doing is just crazy because we've watched their DVD hundreds of times. Yep. So when we're doing this stuff, we're like, remember on the DVD they were at this venue, or like, remember they did the same thing, and it's just crazy. And we got to actually play one show with them in Mexico, and it was cool just to hang out with them and then be like, yeah, we've heard you guys a lot. Like, it's awesome what you guys are doing. And I'm just like, you guys are why we're doing this. It's crazy. So
you're not going to get as big as Tim is now, do you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Dude, I wish. I don't know how.
He's huge now.
I watched him like 4 times last year, and I feel like every time I watched him, I'd like hang out with him, and 3 months later, I feel like he gains 50 pounds of just straight muscle. He looks like Thor.
Oh man! All right, Levi, thanks so much. At Heart out now, just fresh out, so check it out. I've got it. It's a great record.
Awesome. Thank you.
Congratulations on everything. Best of luck. Head into the metal world.
Man. I'm hoping.
And hopefully we'll get you on the metal tour.
Yeah.
We'll get you on that one. All right, cool. Check them out.